for free. They're amateurs in the best possible sense of the word. They love what they're doing. And that's very important when you bring sick patients to the hospital, that you have that kind of feeling for them. They stay with them, they bring them in as they would their own parents. That's the feeling I get from them when they're presenting their cases. And of course, it's very important in the emergency environment to have somebody like the Hatzolohites. Hatzoloh? How do I refer to you? Anyway, it's very important to have representatives of the community bringing in the members of the community to act as a liaison, an advocate. It's not just the fact that I don't speak Yiddish, because that is very important. You will get a history from the patient in his own language. They interpret fairly well. I won't go into criticism of their interpretation. I mean, sometimes they'll just come up with their own answers rather than ask the patient, but with a bit of prodding, I'll get them to actually ask the questions and then provide me with the translation of what the patient had to say. So that's very important. And they stay with the patient the whole time. It's an extremely scary environment, the emergency department. Everything I do to the patient is painful. They don't understand why. It's always for their good. We always balance the pain with the benefit we expect to get from it. But having somebody explaining, usually elderly patients, who aren't as up-to-date in the medical techniques, having somebody from the community, a Hatzoloh representative, explain why I'm doing something to them like this is very important. The other important thing is, now you're not going to believe what I'm going to say, but they're a little bit pushy. I know you think, Jewish people, they can't be pushy. And I appreciate that. I appreciate the fact that I have that prodding. You know, they tell me this patient should be seen before everyone else. Sometimes they're right. I want to see somebody who, seriously, triage being what it is, having a trained person there to tell me, I think he's having a stroke. I have to see a stroke patient right away. It's very important. And then later on, they'll remind me that the patient's still waiting, that I need to check the lab results. Perhaps I should consider either admitting or discharging them. I mean, it's a little like a supervisory role, but I appreciate it. It gets things rolling. And anything I can do to improve my efficiency, I thank you for it. I was going to say how they're always available, night and day, all holidays, the second coming. Wait a second, that's not right. The first coming. I mean, it doesn't matter what is going on, they're there for you. And I think you should support them for that, because there are very few other people who are going to be like that, like a parent to you when you get sick. I know, I wish I could rely on them, but it doesn't seem they cover the territory of Westbound, right? No. But now that I know your number, 34155, right?